Setting up a part to take a measurement is as simple as placing it on the work table, roughly aligning it visually with the concentric grooves that are machined into the work table surface. And then bringing the probe over onto the surface. And before I make contact, I just want to see the distance between the probe and the part and get that running as true as I can visually, and then sneak the probe up onto it until it starts displaying on my TIR meter the setup screen on the MicroForm gauge. As it starts to display there, it turns from red, which is not contacting, to black. So what I'm going to do is find the max point of where the probe is in contact, where it's displacing the most. Then I'm going to translate the whole gauge stand closer so that I'm maximizing that probe without going red on the other end, because it will pin and become red and it's not reading. So I'm there. I'm going to find my nearest black set of knobs, the centering knobs, and I'm going to move the work table, not the part, but the work table with the part on it, away from the probe until it stays black. And then I'm going to rotate, okay, and you can see that I went too far, so I'm going to go to the other end and bring the probe back using the stage as opposed to the tilt and centering, so that I'm still on, I don't pin on that end, I'm still on scale, but I'm still off scale on the other end. So I'm going to do the same thing, maximize the high point on the scale, translate the stage. I'm not going to go as far this time. And you can see that the needle stays on scale the whole time and the digital readout does not turn red. So I'm now on scale, and essentially I can take a measurement now. I do want to, or I can in some cases, and I do want to now fine-tune that so that I can bring it in better alignment to the rotary axis. Right now I am 9 thousandths, almost 10 thousandths, which is nearly the full displacement of the probe, plus or minus 10 thousandths. So I've got 9 thousandths of TIR, so I'm going to find my max and the nearest black knob right in line with that. And I'm going to turn 180 degrees first to see how much play I have in that, and then I'm going to take half of that out, approximately. And in 180 degree turns, I'm going to try to have it come back to the needle repeat, so it comes back to the same position regardless of everything it does in between. Some of that may be misalignment of the other axis, some of it may be in the part itself. So that's pretty good using the CY knob. So I'm going to turn 90 degrees in line with the probe, and I'm going to see what I have there, and again take half of that so that I have my needle repeating. So now both of those are aligned, adjusted, and now I'm down to 5/10 thousandths of an inch in alignment. What I can do is tweak that even further by changing to the medium scale, which is plus or minus a thou as opposed to plus or minus 10 thou. Now this is only taking a segment of the probe displacement, but it's magnifying that so that I can adjust it even more if I desire. So I'm going to find the high point, and again take, with very fine resolution knobs here, I'm going to take about half of that out, then I'm going to move 90 degrees and take half of that displacement out. And now I'm going to clear the TIR and see how much I've improved that. Just let it rotate, and it's constantly taking information. And now I am aligned with a TIR of 61/70 millionths. So that's certainly enough, and I can do the same thing with moving to a face and a level the part, which is the same procedure using the silver knobs. And on the spherical seat, you want to do that at the focal point, which on the MFG 150 is 3.3 inches up from the surface of the work table, make your adjustments there.